mentioned that the corporation...
Mic test.
Mic checker.
Hello, mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Mic check. I can't hear myself for some reason. Is that me?
Mic check.
I can hear myself now. There we go.
In Washington on Monday, Joel emphasized that the enhanced relations have allowed trilateral cooperations with Japan and the U.S. to reach a new level. Scheduled for August 18th at Camp David, the summit will be the first for the three leaders to occur independently, not during a multilateral conference. Moving on to local news. Busan City has officially launched Dongbekjeon Pass, the integrated discount program for public transportation. Starting from today, commuters can receive a refund for using city or town buses, the Busan Metro, light rail transit, and the Donghae Line. If the total fare for using public transportation exceeds 45,000 won per month, up to 45,000 won will be refunded for the excess fare. Users can receive benefits by signing up on the Dongbekjeon app and use the Dongbekjeon postpaid transportation card. Cashback will be received in Dongbek currency on the 10th of the following month. Busan City announced that it is currently recruiting seafood-related companies to occupy 26 leased spaces at the Sinpyeong Jangnim Industrial Complex, where the Busan Seafood Platform will be established up until August 11th. Resident companies will have access to shared laboratories, equipment, and conference rooms. The platform will also introduce radiation inspection equipment to ensure the safety of processed seafood products. Busan City and Belize City have signed a friendly cooperation agreement to promote exchanges and collaboration initiatives. Belize City is the largest city of Belize on the Central American coast of the Caribbean Sea. The agreement was signed yesterday in Busan, and with this new partnership, Busan City has now extended its sister and friendly cooperation cities to 47. During the agreement ceremony, Busan City Mayor Park Hyung-jun and Belize City Mayor Bernard Wagner attended and personally signed the agreement. In international news, a drone has struck another tower in Russia's capital, Moscow, according to Mayor Sergei Sobyanin. Sobyanin said several drones were shot down overnight, but, quote, one of them flew into the same tower at the Moskva city complex and was targeted on Sunday local time, damaging the building exterior on the 21st story. There have been no reported injuries. The latest attack was blamed on Ukraine, according to Russia's defense ministry. Now for the local weather. It is currently 32 degrees Celsius under bright and sunny skies. Scattered clouds are expected in the evening amid a continued heat wave warning. It's time to wrap up this hour's news. Thank you for joining. You're listening to BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
Your best choice. BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
Coming up next is the 4 p.m. duo with Nick Greenwood and David Kim. BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
I carry my emotions.
It's nerve-wracking, but exciting to start something new.
This is because we often have expectations when we start something new rather than having regrets of things we couldn't achieve.
Even if there was something you couldn't do yet, or if you've been sad up until now, how about starting every day with a blank slate?
Starting today, we are in the new month of August, right? And this month is Happiness Happens Month.
Well, hello there, everybody. My name is Nick.
Good afternoon. This is David.
And welcome to
the 4 p.m. duo.
모든 게 그대를 우울하게 만드는 날이면 이 노래를 불러보게 아직은 가슴에 불꽃이 남은 그대여 지지 말고 싸워주게 라라라라 후회는 저 하늘에 날리고 라라라라라라라 친구여 새롭게 태어나게 이굴한 인생은 그대에게는 어울리지 않는다네 당당히 고개를 들게 친구야 지금이 시작이라네 라라라라 마음내 가득히 꽃피우고 라라라라라라라 친구여 마음껏 웃어보게 빛나는 그대도 눈동자 속에 푸른 바다가 있네 파도의 노래를 듣게 친구야 마음이 부르는 그 노래 안녕 안녕 안녕히 다시는 울지 않아 라라라라라라라 내일은 새롭게 태어나리 사람들의 시선에 맘쓸 것 하나 없네 용기 없는 자들의 비겁한 눈초리에 라라라라 친구여 마음에 꽃 피우면 라라라라라라라 내일이 찬란히 빛나고 라라라라 친구여 가슴을 열어두게 라라라라라라라 태양이 그 가슴에서 빛나게
자우림의 하하하송 오늘의 첫 곡이었습니다. Welcome everyone to the 4 p.m. duo. This very laughable is not the right word. This joyous, momentous Tuesday afternoon.
Laughable.
저는 이깁니다. 그죠? Laughable이라는 말은 맞지 않는 단어인 것 같아요.
비웃는 느낌이잖아요.
그죠? Yeah.
Anywho, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the show. And this month of August is also known as Happiness Happens Month, just like how we started opening the show here. And yeah, it's full of joy, full of happiness, and just like the song Ha 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 Song, we should all just start with a happy laugh.
And we're going to try and make this Tuesday as happy as we can. We'll try and make every episode as happy as we can.
For sure.
But today especially, 집중하셔서 행복해지길 바랍니다.
Now, it's you know, it might sound easy for us to just laugh, to maybe laugh maybe once a day type of thing. You know, if you laugh once a day, they say that you live a happy life. And that could sound easy to do. But having to laugh once a day, if you think about it as a rule, it could sound pretty tough.
I know, as a rule, if you think of it like that. 뭐 예를 들어서 오늘 같은 날도 더워라고 이야기를 뭐 인상을 좀 찌푸리면서 이야기를 하죠. 이 하하하하 웃으면서 더워서 참 좋네라고 하진 않죠.
Unless you are, I don't know, you've got this happy virus living in you.
Unless you know, sometimes before surgery, 수술 받기 전에 그 nitrous oxide or whatever.
Laughing gas 같은
그죠?
거요.
Yeah.
그런 거
모든 게 다
마시면.
웃기잖아요.
맞아요. 어쨌든 오늘부터 이 8월 1일부터 한 달 동안은 평소보다 더 웃게 될 수 있을 것 같습니다. And that's because of the Happiness Happens month. Now this is well, it lasts for a month and it's dedicated to celebrating things that make you happy.
네, 맞습니다. 8월이 바로 Happiness Happens month입니다. It's always good to kind of remind yourself to be happy if you forget sometimes. Now, at the beginning, one group of people started celebrating happiness with Admit Your Happy Day. On August the 8th, 1999. But their members wanted to let the happy feeling linger a little longer.
Good idea.
So in 2000, they expanded the celebration to the entire month of August, and eventually the month was renamed Happiness Happens Day and Month.
That's awesome. I mean, it's great that they initially started it and then it decided to expand it because, you know, one day is not too long.
Yeah.
You should laugh a little more.
I don't like the name Admit Your Happy Day anyway. 행복한다는 걸 인정해라.
Yeah,
You
what
know?
if you're not happy that day?
It's like admit it, don't hide it. I like happiness happens because
Yeah.
happiness does just happen.
Exactly.
되는 대로.
네, 맞습니다. And the month reminds us that happiness happens one small moment at a time, and it's our job to recognize those moments when they happen. And it reminds us that sometimes a small action can boost our happiness, and it reminds us that happiness is a personal experience and it also can be very contagious.
Exactly. But it has to be real. 가짜
네.
웃음이면 안 되고요.
그죠.
네, 사실 이 뜨거운 여름에 행복해지기 쉽지는 않습니다. 이 가만히 서 있기만 해도 땀이 줄줄 흐르고 습한 공기와 마주치면 어떤 때는 이 숨쉬기도 힘들죠. 그리고 왠지 남들은 다 놀러 가는데 나만이라는 것 같고 입맛도 영 좋지 않고.
하지만 그래도 하늘을 한번 올려다보면 와 엄청난 파란 하늘이 위에 있고요. 구름이 동동동 띄어 있고요. 얼마나 기분이 좋아요. 이렇게 좋은 날 손에 시원한 음료 한 잔만 있어도 그 순간은 행복함을 느낄 수 있지 않을까요?
I think so. There's a lot to remember in the summer. You know, it's hot, you're feeling uncomfortable, that, you know, 불쾌지수 might be 90 or even 80 or 90 or 100. But if you're in shade, drinking a nice Americano, iced Americano, looking at the blue sky, talking to your friends or loved ones, life's pretty good sometimes.
Yes, and a lot of good songs do come out in the summer as well. And listening to those good songs on a nice day could be very happy too.
Right, so let's try and think about things that make us happy, share this joy with others. But first of all, do something nice for yourself.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Treat yourself.
네, 새로 시작되는 8월 여러분 모두에게 행복한 일만 가득한 달이 되기를 바라봅니다.
네, 맞습니다. I hope you're all doing happy. We've got lots of messages coming in. We've got, let's see, 재봉리님 saying good afternoon. Welcome to the show, my friend. Good to see you. Jenny as well saying, hi, Nick and David. 이 다들 햄 먹기 시작하셨나요? 오늘도 행복 듬뿍 방송 기대할게요.
Yes, 햄 볶고 있습니다 지금.
그리고 Monday we always 볶아 something.
Yeah.
With Heaven's Kitchen.
맞아요.
Yeah. And following on, 그리고 오늘 첫째 따님 생일이라서 저는 채소도 볶고 고기도 볶고 뭐 그러고 있습니다. Wow. Wow. Okay, so she's asking us a request. 이 포주 오빠들이 민서양 생일 축하해요 해주세요.
Oh,
Alright.
it's a request. Well, we shall sing it.
민서양.
생일 축하해요.
I was going to 합니다.
생일 축하해요.
합니다. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Yay!
We're sorry about the terrible song, but happy birthday,
Yeah.
and your mother loves you very much.
네,
As
와,
well.
맛있는 볶음밥 잘 먹어요.
Yeah, delicious. We've also got Mioxeliinem saying, hi, Nick and David, happy August. I made this flower arrangement while tuning into your show yesterday. I can't physically send you the flowers, but I'm sending you my love through this pic. Stay awesome. And she sent a picture as well. 이 사진을 보내주셨는데요. That's so it's so big. It's so many flowers.
네, flower arrangement, 이 꽃꽂이잖아요. 꽃꽂이가 엄청 커요.
그 시간 얼마나 걸리셨어요? It looks like there's, I don't know, 50 flowers in there.
Yeah, 저거 보통 마트에서 사러 갈 때 이제 대충 금액 얼마 정도 저는 알거든요.
근데 이거는 마트에서 살 수 없거든요.
살 수 없죠.
너무
당연히.
많아서.
너무
너무
많아요. 이거 어떻게? Wow, that's a lot of flowers.
You know, I'm glad that you kind of can do this almost autonomously.
Yeah.
Unconsciously while listening to the show.
그러니까요.
You're very talented, and it's okay thank you for the picture. It means a lot.
Yes, 감사합니다.
네, 마음만 받겠습니다.
제니님 also saying 미용님 how sweet. 네, 너무 좋아요, 너무 예뻐요.
We have the best. We have the best. People listening to our show.
That's
as well.
right.
1191번님 also messaging in saying 첫 곡 듣고 나니 더 행복해지는 것 같아요. 그죠?
그죠. Say the title of the song again.
하하하 song.
I was gonna read it like 하하하 song.
Oh, we're not doing that game, are we? Ha-ha-ha song.
No, we're
Ha-ha-ha
not.
song.
We're not.
Okay.
But we'll tell you some of the segments that are coming up.
네, all right, we've got daily segments like Chat Lab English where we can learn various expressions about lots of different topics given to us by AI. 네, 매일 받은 챗봇이 선택해주는 주제와 관련된 다양한 영어 표현들과 생각들을 여러분과 함께 나눠보겠습니다. Today's topic is embracing the journey of writing. 네, 글 한번 써볼까요? Are you an author? Where's the inner writer in you? We're going to be talking about writing today. We've also got Byte English where you can learn easy but useful one sentence in English. 네, 이제부터 궁금한 모든 영어 표현은 Byte English에 물어봐 주세요. And the last English dose at the end of the day.
That's right. And for our weekly segments, we've got Happily Ever After. 영국남자 닉이 읽어주는 동화 속으로 저희가 빠져드는 시간인데요. 동화의 내용과 표현도 알아보는 재미있는 코너이고요. We also have Oh There, 오데가노 with Jimmy joining us and telling us all sorts of great places that we can visit using public transportation in Busan City.
If you're feeling hot today, we're going to cool you off with some great stuff coming your way. So don't go anywhere. Remember, you can message into pound 9050. 샵 9050, which will cost you 101, or a KakaoTalk message.
Here's another happy song. This is called 행복 by Red Velvet.
Sometimes you gotta be bold. Just rock the world. Booyah! La 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 la. La 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 la. Are you happy? 고민은 너와 불굴한 기분 change up. 힘을 내려고 이제 wind up. 한 방에 멋진 일이 가득 straight up. 매일 더 style up. 기분 업되는 일에 집중. 내가 행복하게 사는 비결을 좀 말해볼까. 아침에 난 잠이 깨 엄마께 사랑한다고 말해. 아유 착한 내 딸아. 졸졸 나를 따라온 happy가 너무 귀여워서 행복해. 얘가 말한대 이런 money 이런 power 그것만 따따따 따라가다. 어른들이 전해 보여 그들은 정말 행복하지 않아. 기쁜 일이 멋진 일이 세계는 점점점 많은데라. 그런 money 그런 power 우리는 관심도 끊어버리지. 올라 나는 좀 해보고 싶은 그냥 하고 말지. 고민하다가 어른이 되면 후회 많을 텐데. 어제 오늘 내일도 행복을 찾는 나의 몸일기. 달라 나는 좀 긍정의 힘을 나는 보이지. Are you happy? 학교 가는 길에 만난 친구 내게 달려와서 살짝 끼고 웃어주니 좋고. 끼리끼리 모여 장난치던 남자애들 내가 지나가는 의식에서 좋고. 잔소리 하지만 세상에서 내가 제일 좋다는 말. Hey hey TV 속에 싸움밖에 모르는 어른들 배. 점점 더 좋은 걸 난 나타서 행복해. 더 기분 좋은 걸 내 곁에 너 있단 걸. What you wanna be? 이런 money, 이런 power 그만 따따따 따라가다. 어른들이 전해 보여 그들은 정말 행복하지 않아. 기쁜 일이 멋진 일이 세계는 점점점 많은데라. 그런 money, 그런 power 우린 관심도 끊어버린 채. 나는 좀 해보고 싶은 그냥 하고 말지. 고민하다가 어른이 되면 후회 많을 텐데. 점점 더 좋은 걸 난 알아서 행복해. Are you happy? Shine on me, daddy, shine on me.
Chat Lab English.
Hello, listeners. Hello, Nick and David. Welcome to Chat Lab English. Today's topic is embracing the journey of writing. Writing is a transformative and empowering means of self-expression. Delve into the world of writing. Celebrate its capacity to ignite imagination and communicate ideas. Talk about the diverse forms of writing, from storytelling and poetry to journalism and creative nonfiction. Ultimately, inspire listeners to embark on their writing journey, recognizing writing as a path to personal growth and a means to connect with others on a profound level.
Welcome to Chat Lab English. Now, this is a segment where our AI chatbot gives us a topic to talk about amongst ourselves, and we teach you some great expressions and words related to the topic, which is embracing the journey of writing. 글 한번 써볼까요? 글 좋아해요? 글 쓰는 거 좋아하나요, 닉 씨?
안 좋아합니다.
안 좋아해요?
It just brings back. I love the idea of writing. 이 글 쓰는 것의 개념에 대해서 좀 좋게 생각하는데요. 근데 저는 어렸을 때 이 에세이 같은 거 학교 때 너무 많이 써가지고 진짜 진짜 아플 정도로 팔이 아플 정도로 손목이 아플 정도로 많이 썼거든요.
그러니까 글을 좋아하긴 하는데 이제 채점 받는 글 쓰는 거는 싫다.
저를 위해서 글 쓰는 거라면 좋아할 것 같은데 근데 학교에서는 좀 많이 안 좋아했어요.
그렇죠. If it's for grading, if it's for assignments and for the teachers to grade our writing skills and all that, it can be quite stressful.
재봉리님, GPT itself is the ultimate writing machine. Don't tell the students. Don't tell them. They can't use that. They have to write it
I'm
themselves.
sure they know it already.
I know. Do you like writing, David?
Like you, when it comes to assignments and having to write essays for a test or whatever, it can be very stressful because you have to make everything perfect. Grammar도 perfect 해야 되죠. 이 뭐라고 그러죠? Analogy나 뭐 이런 reasoning, critical thinking 이런 게 다 perfect 해야 되니까 너무 스트레스 받거든요.
다른 사람이 평가할 거라서
그렇죠.
스트레스도 받고 막 그러잖아요.
근데 막 써가지고 그냥 나만 읽을 수 있게 복원하는 거는 언제든지 저는
그렇죠.
거의 매일 하는 편이에요.
Really?
Yeah.
In what way?
Not like a diary form of way, but just writing my thoughts, like brainstorming.
Oh, so one day,
Yeah.
when you're old and maybe you pass on and your book is found, David Kim's memoirs.
Nothing to see, nothing to know. It's like written in code.
Yeah.
나만 알 수 있게 이렇게 적어놨어요.
오늘도 닉이 진짜 짜증났어요, 진짜.
그러니까요.
그런 거 있어요.
그러면 이제 Nick equals fire. as an example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when I was a kid, I tried to write a story once. I was maybe like 11 and I wanted to write a story, but I didn't know how, so I just 막 썼어요.
그죠?
And it didn't make any sense, but it was kind of fun. I remember it was fun to be creative.
If you can find that note again, you should try to complete the story.
Yeah, I don't know. It was back in like 2002. I don't think I can find
그러면
it.
이제
That hard drive's long gone.
컴퓨터 썼네요. 그때.
Or maybe it was a computer I wrote it. Does it matter?
Nah,
Doesn't count.
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Computer or pen.
Yeah, I guess that
Okay.
doesn't matter, right?
There we go. Do you all like to write? What do you like to write? Do you write books? Do you write memories or diaries? We'd love to know.
Yes, text us and let us know what you write. And what about writing versus speaking? I know a lot of the times these days, a lot of people choose speaking over writing
Yeah.
because it's simpler that way and we don't have to rely typing on the keyboards all the time. We can
Yeah.
just talk to our smartphones and it will kind of write all the things for us, right?
그죠. And I think it's quicker to speak.
For sure.
Because when you write, if you make a mistake, you have to go back and correct it.
Yeah.
근데 말은 이미 다 해버렸으니까
그죠?
어쩔 수 없이 그냥 계속해야 되잖아요.
어쩔 수 없어요. Yeah, so what do you prefer? Do you prefer to write with a pen or maybe a smart pen, or do you prefer to speak?
Yeah, let us know. I guess we on this radio show, we're using the words more often. But you listeners, when you message us, you have to write, really.
You have to type it, yeah.
And a lot of you write in English as well, so it's got to be a different kind of I wouldn't say challenge. It's probably easy for you guys, but still, it's got to be fun.
그죠.
Otherwise, you wouldn't do it.
I see a lot of our listeners taking advantage of the AI chat systems these days. We have 인류의 충전소님 also saying using that technology and practicing writing as well.
Yeah, make it believable.
Sometimes though, I mean, they're good to use.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think our creativity beats the AIs.
Oh, for real. I work with people who write scripts, and I know a lot of them use this AI, and there's the same pattern, the same word patterns
Oh, no.
that appear in all of them. So 티나요.
Let's not tell our developers that.
Well, we're going to let you know some great words that you can use. Maybe you can write them down someday as well. And phrases too. So let's jump into the words. 단어들을 먼저 보겠습니다.
네, 첫 번째는요. 초고입니다.
초고. It sounds it's a cute word. I like this word.
초고 sounds like the ultimate high.
Yeah, the highest place.
초고 building, right? The ultimate high.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
Ultimate
And
high place.
초고 means 책을 쓸 때 가장 처음에 쓰게 되는 원고이죠.
그죠. So there's usually we call it a rough draft.
Yes.
이 rough, R-O-U-G-H, 이 까칠하다라는 뜻이 아니고요. 이 약간 대충 썼던 거.
그죠.
이 그냥 대충 썼어요. Like
네.
it's a rough draft.
네,
그냥 막
보통
썼어요.
학교에서 에세이 적으라고 하면은 submit your rough draft by the end of the week
Yeah.
and your final paper the week after. 뭐 이런 식으로 하잖아요.
Is there a difference between a rough draft and first draft? Are they the same? I can't remember.
I think they are. It's just that first draft is very specific as to
Yeah.
what version of the rough draft it is.
Okay.
Right.
So rough draft, you don't 제출하지 않죠. 근데 first draft는 제출할 수도 있죠.
아, 그렇네요.
Yeah.
I see what you
선생님한테.
mean. Yeah.
This is my first draft. I'll check it and give it back. 근데 rough draft는 그냥 혼자만 있고.
Like brainstorm 적어놓고 그냥 대충 막 적은 거죠.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah. Draft. Yeah. 재봉리님 D-R-A-F-T.
네. D-R-A-F-T. Draft can also be wind.
Yeah. There's a cold.
Is it the same spelling?
In England, we spell it D-R-A-U-G-H-T.
Yeah, okay.
I think this is the American spelling, but I spell it with the American spelling because I'm lazier.
It's shorter, right?
Yeah.
Anywho,
짧아가지고.
네. draft는 이제 바람도 될 수도 있지만 여기서는 초고입니다.
네. 그럼 두 번째로 넘어가겠습니다. 이 단어 세 개 있습니다. 시제, 문법, 문장 부호. So 시제 is it's like time, right? The future, the present, 과거. So we've got tenses, we call them.
Yes, we call them tenses. And 문법은 그냥 grammar이겠죠. Grammar.
Grammar.
문장 부호는 어떻게 하셨어요?
I said so is like comma, full stop,
Yeah.
quotation marks. So punctuation.
Exactly. Punctuation. P-U-N-C-T-U-A-T-I-O-N. Punctuation.
이 punctuation이랑 되게 비슷한 단어가 있잖아요. 이 punctual.
Punctual.
Be punctual.
Yeah.
늦지 마라.
맞아요.
You know, 시간 맞춰서 딱 그 시간에 와요. So I used to get really confused as a kid. They would be punctual. 선생님들이 be punctual이라고 했을 때 what? Like use punctuation?
Yeah, which
이
exclamation
문장 부호
mark?
제대로 쓰라?
Question mark?
Yeah, because it sounds very similar, but they're completely different meanings. Yeah, so tenses, grammar, punctuation, important stuff for a language, of course.
For sure. So that was our second words.
인류의 충전소님 said draft beer. That's
Oh,
true.
that's true.
생맥주.
네, 맞습니다. That's another draft.
Why is it called draft? Because it's a draft tap?
I guess so.
I don't know the scientific reason, but it's that.
그 철자도 달라요. 그 미국이랑 영국이랑.
Again, it's D-R-A-U-G-H-T.
Right,
Yeah.
right. 그거랑 좀 다르더라고요.
Yeah.
So that was our second set of words. Let's move on to our third one.
네, 세 번째입니다. 교정하다. 교정하다. 이 잘못된 부분을 수정하고 고치는 것이죠.
네.
So, is it to change?
교정하다, I guess, is to correct.
Correct.
Or I said correction.
Yeah, correction, to correct something. I said to amend or edit.
Yeah.
But correct is a good word.
I mean, on the computer using a particular 마이땡
What?
My thing software. Micro thing software, right? There's the file menu and then the edit menu.
Yeah.
So edit usually just is like the general term for 교정, I think.
작고 부드러움.
네?
작고 부드러움.
좋았어, 작고 부드러워.
That thing you're talking about.
Oh, is it?
I don't know. You don't get it.
Oh, yeah.
Now you get
작고, 엄청 작고, 엄청 작고 부드러움.
Now you get it.
Gotcha.
It's a pointless joke. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. Anyway, what were we doing again?
We just
Phrases.
finished talked about 교정, so let's move on to phrases.
Phrases, 이제 표현들을 보겠습니다. 네, 첫 번째는요. 일기를 얼마 만에 한 번씩 쓰나요? So, 얼마 만에 한 번씩 쓰나요? 일기 is a diary, right? And 얼마 만에, after how long? 한 번씩, I guess every once in a while, once each time.
네, 저는 이걸 좀 simplify해서 그냥 How often do you write a diary 했어요.
Yeah, exactly. I said, how often do you write in your diary?
Oh, in your diary. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, how often do you write in your diary?
I guess if I were to say how often do you write a diary, it just like sounds like I'm writing a whole diary book.
Yeah, the
I
whole
see, I
diary.
see.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
in your diary book. Let's move on to number 2.
네, 두 번째는요. 직접 경험한 것을 글로 쓰는 것은 어렵지 않아. Very true. 내가 직접 경험한 거는 things I've experienced, right?
Yeah.
Things I've experienced. So it's not hard to write about things I've experienced.
Yeah, I said it's not hard to write about things you've experienced yourself. Yeah, 직접 경험한 것을. You've experienced it yourself 혹은 experienced directly yourself. Yeah. It's true. Sometimes it's difficult.
You think so?
I don't know. It's hard. 이 감정을 어떻게 글로 표현할 수 있을지 막 고민도 하고 막 그렇잖아요.
뭔가 약간 작가의 소질이 있는 것 같네요.
I think you have to have that kind of, writer's, just talent.
Mindset?
Yeah. I'm not very good at that.
Yeah, 이런 감정 요소까지 집어넣으려면 좀 힘들 수도 있을 것 같아요.
For sure.
All right. So that was our second phrase. Our third one is 다음 시간에는 자유주제로 수필을 써보겠습니다.
이 자유주제는 뭐죠?
자유주제는 이제 자기가 하고 싶은 주제 아무 것이나 자유롭게 하는 거죠.
Just simplified into that. So I said that as a topic of your own choice, a topic of your choice.
Right, topic of your choice. I said next class. 저는 이게 교실 같았거든요. 그래서 next class 선생님이 말하는 거죠. Next class will be writing an essay of whatever topic you want.
That's true. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But that sounds like the teacher's really lazy.
Why?
그렇게 말하면 선생님이 너무 게으른 것 같아요.
아니죠. 자유를 주잖아요. 자유.
Whatever 이렇게 마음대로 해.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want. Maybe to 유치원생들.
No way.
Whatever you want, kids.
근데 이제 이게 그거마다 다를 것 같아요. 그 에세이의 그 라이팅 클래스에서 완전 자유 이런 토픽을 주는 것인지 아니면 어떤 subject 안에서 자유를 주는 것인지.
Right. Yeah. I think it's the right meaning. I just think the phrasing seems a bit like 마음대로 해.
그래요?
You just like whatever. So that's why I said topic of your choice. You're like giving them the 선택권.
Okay. Sure.
It's just a feeling.
All right, Mr. Greenwood.
I'm not necessarily correct. It's just a feeling,
Well, I guess you've been a teacher for 어린이집 and you have the more of a teacher sense. So
I was not just 어린이집. I did 중학생들.
Okay. So we'll go with your choice of words here. So can you say that again?
We're going to write an essay on a topic of your choice next time.
Topic of your choice next time.
We got 재봉 Lina messaging in asking, how about revise? Now, I guess this is for the editing one. 교정하다. We said to amend it, to amend. How about to revise? revise도 이 교정하다, 뭐 수정하다라는 뜻인데 영국에서는 revise라고 하면 이 테스트를 위해서, 시험을 위해서 공부하다는 뜻이거든요. So we revise for an exam. It means we study for an exam.
revise도 교정하다라고도 쓰이는 것 같아요. 그리고 이제 드래프트를 냈을 때 그거를 교정을 누군가 해주잖아요. It could be your classmate, it could be a teacher. And 그걸 딱 받았을 때 보통 컴퓨터 파일로 받으면은 revised draft라고 받아요.
Yeah, it's been revised.
Right.
It's been 수정됐어요. Yeah, good question. Thank you very much for that. So those were all of the words and phrases about writing. David, did you write philosophy?
I didn't write it myself. I took a famous saying by Margaret Atwood. an author, saying a word after a word after a word is power.
A word after a word after a word is power.
So, if you write something good and meaningful, that can be very powerful.
That's true.
Yeah.
It can be. It is
네,
powerful.
글은 힘이다. 이런 느낌이죠.
For real,
네.
yeah. I said, we write... this is a quote by Anaïs Nin, who's a French author.
Okay.
She said, we write to taste life twice, in the moment and in retrospect. 인생의 맛을 두 번 보기 위해서 글을 쓰는 거죠. 한 번은 당시 그 순간에, 그리고 다음엔 돌아볼 때.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I like it. It's not mine, that's why it's good.
Yeah, 소름 돋았어.
Because someone else wrote it. Yeah. All right, the time is now 4:36 in the afternoon. That was Chat Lab English. We're going to take a song break and then we'll be right back. This is Writing by Elton John.
Is there anything left? Maybe steak and eggs. Waking up to washing up. Making up your bed. Lazy days. My razor blade could use a better edge. It's enough to make you laugh, relax in a nice cool bath. Inspiration for navigation of our newfound craft. Oh, I know you, and you know me. It's always half and half. And we were up, so you know, not the kind to dawdle. Will the things we wrote today sound as good tomorrow? Will we still be writing in approaching years? Stifling yawns on some disaster, weekends disappear. We could stretch our legs if we have a mind, but don't disturb us if you hear us trying to instigate the structure of another line or two. 'Cause riding's light enough, and I like life enough to see it through. And we were up, so you know, not the kind to dawdle. Will the things we wrote today sound as good tomorrow? Will we still be writing in approaching years? Stifling yawns on some disaster, weekends disappear. We can stretch our legs if we have a mind, but don't disturb us if you hear us trying to instigate the structure of another line or two. 'Cause riding's light enough, and I like life enough to see it through. 'Cause riding's light enough, and I like life enough to see it through.
And they lived happily ever after.
They certainly did. Welcome everybody to Happily Ever After. 네, 여러분 동화 속으로 한번 빠져볼까요? In this segment, thank you, Pinocchio, we'll have the opportunity to dive into the fantastical world of fairy tales. 네, 왜냐하면 동화책은 아이들만을 위한 게 아니라 남녀노소를 불문하고 누구나 즐길 수 있는 거예요. 그리고 이 코너에서는 영어 표현들까지 배울 수 있습니다.
Oh, look, my nose is growing.
You're a liar.
Yeah.
We're going to take a listen to a specific fairy tale and then we'll look at expressions and the language to use. 그래서 한번 동심으로 돌아가 봅시다. Let's go back to those days where we enjoyed the magical world of fairy tales. Today's fairy tale, 오늘의 동화는요. I'll give you a hint. Is that a hint?
A jazz musician.
What am I playing?
You're playing the whistle.
Don't play a whistle.
I'm kidding. You're playing the flute?
Is it? Yeah, it's the flute.
PD.
Yeah. There you go. There's your hint. And it's kind of a dark tale.
Oh no.
It is the Pied Piper of Hamelin. 피리 부는 사나이죠. It's a very famous story worldwide. You know, some people think there's some elements of truth to this story historically. Some people think it's based on, you know, a real guy who came and he helped get rid of this city's rat problem, but when they didn't pay him, he also, you know, got revenge by taking the children of the village too.
Ooh.
So this is a very famous folktale. It's been retold so many times, adapted on media and TV too, and it's centered around a mysterious figure known as the Pied Piper of Hamelin, who is said to have rid the town of Hamelin of a rat infestation in the Middle Ages. 이 Pied Piper, 이 피리 부는 사나이에 관한 이야기는 중세시대 독일의 함린이라는 마을에서 벌어진 것으로 알려진 유명한 민담입니다. The earliest known written record of the Pied Piper dates back to the 13th century, 13세기, and it's in a manuscript called Liber Facetiarum, written by a scholar called Conrad of Wisburg. It's a very German name. However, people think the tale existed even longer than that before it was written down. 이 이야기에서는 독일의 함린 마을에서 시민들은 심각한 쥐 문제 때문에 많이 고생하고 있습니다. 이 주민들은 많은 노력을 했지만 쥐들을 쫓아내는데 계속 실패했는데요. 그래서 this strange, mysterious figure appeared in town, and he was dressed in multicolored clothing. Right, a lot of people described his clothing as yellow with patches of red. 약간 피에로처럼, you know, kind of like a jester. 그 중세 시대 이 왕을 막 entertaining 해주는 그런 jester들이 있었잖아요. He was called the Pied Piper. Now, you know what he promised to do. He promised to get rid of the rats in exchange for a fee. And the townspeople were like, yeah, sure, yeah, we'll pay you, we'll give you money. So he used his magical pipe, playing pipe, flute, and he played a captivating tune that entranced the rats, and they followed him into the river Weser, where they apparently drowned. 이 피리 부는 사나이가 금액을 받으면 이 쥐들을 쫓아내주겠다고 약속했는데요. 이 주민들은, you know, these terms, 이 조건에 동의해가지고 지불하기로 했는데, 그래서 파이드 파이퍼가 이 마법의 피리를 연주해서 쥐들을 강으로 따라하게 해서 이 모두 죽게 만들었습니다. So he got rid of their rats. However, this is where the townspeople were pretty bad, because after completing the job, they refused to pay him. And you know what happens at the end, right?
You know, he has the magic piper. He has the magic flute.
Yeah.
You shouldn't 건드려 his 심정s.
You shouldn't mess with anyone who can make rats follow him into a river. Yeah. So we're going to go into this story. 이제 이 스토리를 한번 읽어보겠습니다. Once upon a time in a land far away. In the medieval town of Hamelin in Germany, the people were plagued by a rat infestation that brought devastation to their crops and spread disease. In their despair, a peculiar stranger dressed in colorful clothes appeared and offered to rid the town of rats for a fee. He was known as the Pied Piper. The townspeople agreed to pay him for his services, and then, with his enchanting pipe music, he played a tune and lured the rats to the Weser River, where they all drowned. Having fulfilled his promise, the Pied Piper expected the townspeople to pay him as agreed. However, They broke their promise and refused to give him his due. Feeling cheated and wanting revenge, the piper played his magical tune once again. But this time, it was the children who followed him, mesmerized and unable to control their actions. The Pied Piper led the children away, and they vanished without a trace. Some say he took them to a cave, while others claim they followed him into the river. No one ever found out, and the town was left mourning for the loss of their children, regretting their cheating of the Pied Piper out of what he was owed.
Yes, very dark.
Very dark. That music makes it quite dark as well.
네, 거기에 엄청 무서운 스토리를 저희가 듣고 왔는데요.
I think they, fairy tales can be quite dark, and they should give us the kind of shivers sometimes.
Now, there were also some great expressions and phrases you're about to tell us and explain, right?
Right, so there are lots of interesting words and expressions here. First of all, the people were plagued by a rat infestation. Right. 이 plague이라는 단어는 이 원래 그 black plague, bubonic plague 있었잖아요. 한 700년 전에 이 bubonic plague, black death people called it 있었습니다. 엄청 큰 심각한 병이었죠.
It killed many people.
Yeah. Plagued by a rat infestation. 이 마을은 이 쥐 문제에 시달리고 있었습니다. 이 쥐들이 너무 많아서 infestation. It brought devastation to their crops and spread disease. So crops is of course 이 농작물이죠. And devastation, it destroyed their crops. 이 쥐들이 이 농작물을 파괴하고 and spread disease, 질병을 퍼뜨리고 있었습니다. Spreading disease, not very nice. In their despair, 이 절망 속에 빠져 있었어요. They were in despair. But then a peculiar stranger dressed in colorful clothes appeared and offered to rid the town of rats for a fee. 근데 그 순간엔 이 특이하게 생긴 남자가 나타났는데요. 그는 화려한 옷을 입고 있었는데 돈을 주면 마을에서 쥐를 쫓아낼 줄 거라고 약속했어요. He promised to get rid of the rats if they gave him money. Which is fair enough. If you own a business,
Sure.
you gotta get money. He played a tune and lured the rats to the Weser River. So he played a tune, T-U-N-E. 이 tune은 song이란 뜻이죠. 근데 원래 가사 없는 song은 이 tune이라고 합니다. 그는 음악을 연주해서 쥐들을 외저 강으로 유인했습니다. He lured them. So L-U-R-E, 유인하다라는 뜻이에요. So, I don't know, you can lure people into a meeting. You can lure people to somewhere. It's a scary word.
낚는다 하는 그런 말이잖아요.
Kind of like fish, like tricking them.
Yeah, tricking you into doing something, luring someone into doing something.
Yeah, in this case, he lured the rats to the Weser River. 이 외저 강으로 유인했어요. However, so he did this, 다 했는데, then the village people, I can't think of the village people, they couldn't pay him. Or they wouldn't pay him. They broke their promise, right? 네, 하지만 이 마을 사람들은 약속을 어기게 됐습니다. They broke their promise. 지키지 못했어요. Which is very bad.
No, you should never do that.
You don't sound serious. So, they didn't pay him, right? So he feels cheated and he wants revenge. He's angry, right? So the piper played his magical tune one more time. Right? 이 속고 원한 양말이 안 나오는데 이 원한 품을 피리 부는 사나이는 다시 마법의 음악을 연주했습니다. He played his music one more time, and then the kids vanished without a trace.
네.
Without a trace, 이 흔적도 없이 without a trace 다 사라졌습니다. So you can say this word a lot of the time. Something vanished without a trace.
Right. Usually like magic trick 같은 거 하면은
Yeah.
뿅 하고 없어졌을 때 wow, without a trace it's gone.
Yeah.
뭐 이렇게 말할 수 있는 표현이죠.
나 여기 진짜 맛있는 쿠키가 있었는데 갑자기 흔적도 없이 없어졌네. David. It vanished without a trace. Where did it go?
In my stomach.
There you go.
여기 안에 있어.
So it can be people or things as well.
Right. I mean, the moral of the story could be one that when someone treats you nicely, you have to do something good in return. or when it's like a contract-based thing, you have to fulfill your duty or your obligation.
Yeah, I think this is a very good moral for such a long time ago. Fulfill your contract obligations.
그죠.
Don't cheat people.
But at the same time, 약간 the creative minds of some kids were, they were in this interview of like, what do you think about this story? And some kids said, maybe the Pied Piper set the whole thing up.
Oh, he knew they wouldn't pay him?
No, like he brought in the rats and he came in to clean up the rats for
That's
for
like
a fee.
완전 반전이다.
그죠.
So he brought the rats in.
악당 슈퍼빌린 느낌이죠.
That would make a good movie.
You should make one.
Yeah. 마지막에 반전은 he brought the rats in the first place.
Right.
Well, that was today's Happily Ever After, going over the Pied Piper. 이 피리 부는 사나이라는 동화에 대해서 좀 얘기해봤습니다. Hopefully you enjoyed that. 재봉리님 saying scary. Mm-hmm. It is pretty scary.
The BGM made it worse.
Yeah. And Lee Kelly-nim saying, not paying someone what they are worth for a job, well done, is just evil. Not that revenge is a good color on anyone. Yeah, so there are two sides to the same coin. You should always pay someone. It's not good not to pay someone for their job. Mm-hmm. But also, revenge is not a good...
It's not a good way to look for a solution or to resolve, right? Yeah.
But there you go. That was today's Happily Ever After. This one, unfortunately, there was no Happily Ever After. Maybe they learnt a good lesson. But next week, I'll try and bring a more Happily Ever After, good-feeling fairy tale.
Because it is the month of happiness happens.
I didn't know that before I prepared this, all right?
All right.
This is just to scare you into being happy, everybody.
Okay.
All right. Well, the time is now 4:52 in the afternoon. In the second half, we've got a lot of stuff coming your way. We've got Jimmy in the house for Oh There, Odega노. Going to talk about a wonderful place in Busan we can get to with public transportation.
So that's right. So lots coming your way. Stick around. Don't go anywhere, guys. I think one thing I really liked about this story, when I was a kid listening to it through an audiobook, it was fun. It was scary. But now that I'm older and I listen to the story from you reading it, it's like even more worse, I think.
어둡고 좀 오싹하죠.
네, 그래서 이런 거를 내가 어렸을 때 들었었나? 신기해요.
I think our bright, pure minds kind of blanked all that stuff out.
맞아요.
Well, we're going to take a break and we'll be back in the second half, so don't go anywhere. This is Shivers by Ed Sheeran.
To the heart, I never kissed a mouth that tastes like yours. Strawberries and something more. Ooh yeah, I want it all. Lipstick on my guitar. Fill up the engine, we can drive real far. Go dancing underneath the stars. Ooh yeah, I want it all. Got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back. And we'll say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. When they say the party's over, then we'll bring it right back into the car. On the backseat in the moonlit dark. Wrap me up between your legs and arms. Ooh, I can get enough. You know you could tear me apart. Put me back together and take my heart. I never thought that I could love this hard. Ooh, I can get enough. Ooh, you got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. And when they say
부산을 한 장의 사진에 담는다면 어디로 가야 할까요? 꼬꼬마 시절 이때만큼은 세상을 내려다보며 꿈을 키웠고 용돈을 모아 산 사진기는 아직도 서랍 속에 있습니다. 시간이 흘러 키는 자라고 사진은 어디서든 찍을 수 있는 세상이 되었지만 부산의 진짜 모습을 보기 위해서는 같이 가볼 곳이 있습니다. 광복동에서 부산을 내려다보며 우리와 함께 해온 그곳. 새롭게 불을 밝힌 다이아몬드 타워와 함께 용두산 공원이 우리를 다시 찾아왔습니다. 북한과 남항, 멀리 남구와 해운대까지 부산을 한눈에 담을 수 있는 그곳. 알록달록 꽃시계와 함께 다시 시민의 품으로 돌아온 용두산 공원은 부산의 또 하나의 명소입니다. 이 캠페인은 대선공익재단과 BFM 부산영어방송이 함께합니다.
Do you want to be the star of this week's My Life, My English? Have you ever made friends abroad with your English skills? What about English getting you the opportunity of a lifetime? Tell us about your English journey.
이번 주 마이 라이프 마이 잉글리시 코너 주인공을 찾습니다. 영어로 인생의 새로운 기회를 잡았던 경험 있나요? 여러분의 영어 도전기를 들려주세요.
My Life, My English is open to anyone 20 years or older. All participants get a small payment, a souvenir, and an invitation to our Global Citizens Networking Party.
만 20세 이상 부산 시민은 누구나 참여하실 수 있는 마이 라이프 마이 잉글리시. 참가자 전원에게는 소정의 출연료와 기념품, 그리고 이번 가을에 펼쳐질 세계 시민 네트워킹 파티 우선 초대권을 드립니다.
For details, visit www.befm.or.kr.
더 넓은 세계를 향한 여러분의 도전을 응원합니다.
Beach.
Oh yeah!
Camping.
Oh yeah!
Swimming.
Oh yeah!
Summer is awesome.
Mosquitoes,
Oh no.
tropical nights,
Oh no.
food poisoning.
Oh no.
Summer is awful.
But you know, you can always prevent food poisoning.
Oh, really?
Of course. I'll tell you. Follow me, okay? First, wash your hands, utensils, and food surfaces often. Second, cook and store your food at safe temperatures and always use clean water. Third, defrost food safely. The best way to do it is in the refrigerator. Fourth, keep raw food separate from ready-to-eat food to prevent cross-contamination. Last but not least, always remember that eating safely is the best way to enjoy your meal. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM, Busan 영어방송.
The time is now 5 o'clock.
새로 배운 영어 표현은 앙 물어보고
모르는 영어 표현은 잉 물어보셔라. 교통부터 비즈니스 영어까지.
bite into new English expressions.
When someone says, "How are you?" what do you usually say? You could say, "I'm fine and you?" But you could also say, "I'm doing great," or "I'm fantastic."
Right, and there are so many ways you can respond to this type of questions, and if you're curious and you want to know how, all you have to do is to ask us.
In this segment, we'll dig into one sentence per day, so don't hesitate or be afraid to ask any English expressions. 네, 궁금한 영어 표현이 있다면 물어봐 주세요.
네, today's bite English expression 오늘의 표현은요. Let me just use the washroom. 잠시 화장실 좀 다녀올게요. Let me just use the washroom. Let me just use the bathroom.
Let me just use the washroom. 약간 이 톤에 따라서 약간 좀 Please let me use the washroom. 좀 제발 화장실에
Well,
가게 해줘요.
What kind of environment are you in?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But usually, I think maybe you're, I don't know. For example, 예를 들어서 연애 데이트하고 있어요. 소개팅. And you're like, let me just use the washroom for 1 second. 저 잠깐 화장실 다녀올게요.
네.
Yeah.
Let me use the bathroom real quickly.
Let me use, yeah. 저는 개인적으로 washroom이라고 한 적이 없거든요.
저는 washroom을 캐나다에서 많이 사용을 했던 단어인데 한국 와서 washroom을 아무도 못 알아들어서 bathroom이랑 toilet으로 바꿨어요, 그냥.
Yeah. 이 bathroom, restroom, 혹은 toilet
Yeah.
이라고 하죠.
There are many different words for
Yeah.
bathroom
닭?
and washroom.
I think if you say washroom, restroom, bathroom, toilet, everyone will understand because they all kind of sound similar and they all kind of mean the same thing. Sometimes in the UK, instead of like toilet, we'll say 좀 귀엽게, I'm going to use the little boy's room. Or if it's a girl, I'm going to use the little girl's room.
Oh, little boys, little girls' room.
So I'm a man, so I would say I'm just going to pop to the little boy's room.
Okay.
Just for a tinkle, kind of thing. 귀엽게.
니기 하면은 설마 귀여울까요?
I think it would be cute, like just casually.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a little boy's room.
It's kind of like 약간 조카듯이, 약간 좀 농담하고.
그죠.
Yeah.
그리고 저 이 표현도 들어봤는데요. Let me just use the loo.
The loo.
The loo라는 것도 들어봤는데 이게 저는 처음에 들었던 친구가 이제 South Africa에서 온 친구였거든요. And he or she used the term loo. And I was like, what's the loo? Where's the loo? And she's like, oh, the toilet. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah. loo는 영국에서도 많이 쓰거든요. I'm just because it's cute. I guess it'd be like cute words for the
So
toilet.
it's like boys' room, girls' room, the same thing.
It just means lavatory.
Lavatory, that's a fancy one.
Oh, that's a good word. I'm going to go to the lavatory.
비행기에 나와 있잖아요.
이제 lavatory라고 쓰여 있잖아요.
네.
And sometimes WC.
Yeah, what does WC mean?
I thought maybe washroom cleaning? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what C meant.
근데 WC도 이 toilet 화장실이라는 뜻이죠.
네, 뭔가 불어일 것 같아요.
Yeah.
C에 C는 무슨 I don't know.
외계약 결로 or something like that. something like that.
Yeah. Something like that.
So there are many words you can use.
That's
of course. Right. Yeah. So why would they use the word let? 왜 let을 사용했을까요? Like 이거 좀 하게 해주세요. 하게 냅둬. Let me just do this. Let me do this.
Let me just use the washroom. 약간 조금 신뢰를 구하고 나 여기 잠깐 다녀올게라는 약간 뭐라 그러죠? 겸손하게 말할 수 있는 표현이죠.
겸손하게, 공손하게,
네.
just very polite and humble. Let me just use it, would you? Yeah. I think you're not asking for permission, but it's polite to kind of sound like you're asking for permission.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've got the check on the WC. WC means water closet.
Oh, and Jenny also sent it. 불어인가요? Water closet.
Water closet. It's definitely not 불어.
That's interesting. And 미역스텔리님 also knew it was water closet.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
제목님 guessing Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill. That's a
Winston
interesting
Churchill.
guess.
Yeah, the old Prime Minister of England.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Water closet.
Yeah, water closet.
Yeah.
Because I guess it's
물장.
뭔가 이렇게 큰 룸은 아니고 그냥 작은 방, 클로젯 같은 방이고 거기에 물이 나오는 거죠.
We learned something new today. I learned English today as well.
Yeah, water closet.
Brilliant, right. So how would you answer this? So say we're friends, we're having a meal together, David, and I say, let me just use the washroom.
Oh, go right ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. I'll be right back.
I'll be here.
Sometimes I won't even say, let me use the bathroom or let me use the toilet. I'll just say, give me a minute. Give me a minute. 잠깐 다녀올게.
Give me a minute 하고 아무 말 없이 그냥 잠깐
그죠.
거죠.
예. 뭐 상대방이
TMI일 수도
알바이라서.
있으니까.
예.
네, 그냥 아무 말도 안 하고 그냥 give me a minute 하고 그냥 잠깐 어디 갔다 오는 거죠.
Yeah, exactly. 제니님 saying 루는 너무 귀여운 말이에요. 비데 이름에 있잖아요. Is it? There's also bidet.
Yeah,
bidet.
B-I-D-E-T.
In Europe, bidet is 이 변기 옆에 있는 약간 비데가 있거든요. 근데 한국에서는 다 전기 비데 있잖아요.
그죠.
Yeah.
네, 씻을 수 있는 공간이죠.
I wish I knew more about the whole bathroom thing, but still I don't really know anyway.
Loo
비데.
Oh, we can't say that.
We can't say that.
Yeah.
말하면 안 된다고.
Yeah. Yeah, why'd you read it?
첫 줄만 읽었어요.
Okay.
망했네요.
Yeah.
Anyway, great stuff. That was today's By English, going over this very useful phrase. Let me just use the washroom. Let me just use the bathroom. Let me just use the toilet, the loo, the WC, the lavatory, whatever you want.
So many synonyms to washroom.
네, 맞습니다.
Now, yeah. That's all the synonyms we could think of.
For sure. We've got other things, though, aside from synonyms, including prizes.
Yes, we do. We've got 반반 치킨 콜라 세트, 햄버거 쿠폰, 아이스크림 교환권, 떠먹는 조각 케이크 교환권, 도넛 교환권.
그리고 놀라운 착시의 세계를 즐길 수 있는 착시미술관 Museum of Illusion 관람 티켓도 있습니다.
네, 부산 대표 랜드마크 해운대 LCT에 위치한 하늘 위의 바다 부산 엑서스카이 전망대 입장권 1인당 2매씩 선물로 드립니다.
And if you're a resident of Busan, you can get 50% off the regular price from August the 1st to the 13th, so check it out.
네, 부산 시민분들이라면 8월 1일부터 오늘이죠. 13일까지 50% 할인된 가격에 관람을 하실 수 있다고 하니까요. 부산의 여름을 높은 곳에서 한번 내려다 보시는 것도 좋을 것 같습니다.
Exactly.
That's right. So that's that. In English, we've got chicken cola combo coupon, hamburger coupon, donut coupon, a slice of cake, and ice cream coupon.
As well as tickets to the Museum of Illusion in Busan Cinema Center Biff Hill, Haeundae, where you can explore some great illusions and take a few pictures too.
As well as admission tickets for Busan Exosky Top Floor Observatory, which is located at LCT in Haeundae, the highest point in Busan. And send in your messages via the YouTube live chat or pound 9050 shop 9050 will cost you 101, or add us on Kakao Talk and chat with us there.
For real. All right, we've got some messages coming in too. We've got Hongnim talking about the story in the first half. 이 일부에서 했던 이 Happily Ever After 코너가 있었는데요. The Pied Piper. We did the story of the Pied Piper, 이 피리 부는 남자, 사나이. And she said, 어릴 때는 재미있게 읽었는데 엄마가 되어서 다시 읽으니 고전 동화가 좀 이상해요. 고전도 골라 읽어요.
그죠. 어렸을 때는 잘 그냥 아이가 좋아하는 동화책이라고 그냥 막 읽을 수도 있잖아요. But then if you really look into it, it's kind of dark and scary.
It is.
Yeah.
It is for real. We also have some messages about writing because in Chat Lab English, way at the beginning of the show, we were talking about writing. 글 쓰는 것에 대해서 얘기했습니다. 미국 스텔리님 telling us about her writing experiences, saying 대학원 다닐 때 매주 에세이가 많아서 싫었어요. 그걸로 평가받는 것도 스트레스 받고요. 한동안 자기 전에 다이어리 계속 썼는데 생각도 정리하고 기억도 하고 싶은 일을 남길 수 있어서 의미 있었어요.
네, writing a diary is it takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
Because it takes consistency, right?
Yeah, I never wrote a diary. I wrote one page and never did it again. But it would be cool to maybe 2 years, 3 years, 5 years later look back and think, wow, I used to think like this.
그죠.
옛날에
그리고
이런
이런 추억들도
사람이었구나.
있었구나.
Yeah, I would love to try it.
네, one day.
Yeah.
Maybe write that for your next New Year's resolutions.
For real.
We had Lee Kelly님 also texting in saying the weirdest word for bathroom I've ever heard was the buff.
The buff?
I've never heard of that term.
Buff means 몸짱.
그죠. 몸 근육 많고 막.
Yeah, he's buff.
Yeah.
She's buff.
그런데 the buff라는 게 화장실이라는 뜻도 있나 봐요.
I'm gonna remember that as well.
네.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna take a song break and we'll be right back. We've got quizzes and good stuff coming your way. This is ETA by New Jeans.
답답해서 그래 첫 안에 덮었지만 없을 때긴 여기저기 눈빛을 불빛내 아주 눈부시게 Honestly 우리 사이에 He's been totally lying yeah. 내 생일 파티에 너만 못한 그날 까지 네가 엄청 혼났던 그날 지원이가 이친이랑 였진 그날 그는 언제나 너가 없이 그날 나만 멋있는 옷을 입고 그날 Heard him say we can go wherever you like Baby say the words and man down All I need is you on my side We can go wherever you like I'll follow you What's your ETA? 지칠 때 내 말 믿어 You deserve better than that 내가 도와줄게 걔는 그냥 playing Boys they always flying Yeah 내 생일 파티에 너만 묻던 그날까지 네가 엄청 혼났던 그날 지원이가 있지 니랑 얕은 그날 걔는 언제나 나가 없이 그날 나만 멋있는 옷을 입고 그날 Heard him say We can do whatever you like Baby say the words and man down All I need is you on my side We can go wherever you like I'll wear you What's your ETA? 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 I'll be there right now There's a boy on her own
It's time for Flash Pop Quiz. Now, we all love outdoor activities, especially in the summer, right? But we could also get hurt. 보통 우리가 뼈를 다치게 되면 이것을 찍어 보게 되는데요. 하지만 발이나 손 등 작은 뼈가 많은 곳에 골절이 생기면 이것을 찍어도 제대로 다친 곳이 보이지 않을 때도 있다고 합니다.
This is one of the kinds of invisible light. And the person who invented this was awarded the very first Nobel Prize in Physics in 1901. 네, 이 선이 물질을 잘 통과하게 되는 성질을 이용하여 몸속에 있는 뼈를 촬영할 때 사용하게 되는데요. 이것은 무엇일까요? 1번 X-ray, 2번 X-file, 3번 X-generation.
Which one is it? 이 선이 뭘까요?
선은 ray.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big hint.
Yeah.
Oh,
man,
no, like a light ray. Like a light ray.
Stop it.
Or line. Okay, line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say
Just
anymore.
go through the alphabet, A to Z, and you might find something. What is this? Invented in 1901, so it's been around for 122 years.
Oh my goodness.
Well, at least probably longer than that, to be honest.
Wow, what a great find a
And
long
it
time ago.
changed everything for medicine. We can see inside of people's bodies.
Revolutionary.
For real.
네, 와 진짜 대단하네요. 1901년 진짜 오래됐네요. 생각해 보니까. 뭐 이거 다음에 뭐 그런 거 다른 것도 있었잖아요. 뭐 C로 시작하는 거 있었는데요. 그 다음에 MRI도 있고요, 그렇죠?
CT scan.
CT scan, that's right.
Yeah.
CT scan and then the MRI scans. And
Yeah.
I don't know what's next, but these.
이것은 다 개척했나 봐요. You know, it kind of
그러니까요.
like started it all, it created it all, right?
Right.
Yeah. Send us your answers to pound 9050, 샵 9050 or a KakaoTalk message or a YouTube live. There are prizes, of course. Yeah.
Lots of prizes. We set the prizes earlier, just before this. But yes, send us your messages, your answers, and we'll pick the winner later.
All right, we're going to take a song break and we'll be right back. This is See Through by Primary.
Party time 아는 사람 없네 지루해 앉아있기만 해 bartender 뭘 마셔야 해 그래 그걸 넣어줘 Cause it's red 음악 바뀌었네 uptempo 그래도 난 여전해 downtempo 술은 안 마셔 그냥 난 색깔이 맘에 들어 골랐어 그때 널 봤어 빨간 스컬 빨간 립스틱 That's a point 넌 저기 서서 거들 보이는 멍청한 여자들 보는 달라 I see through you 넌 볼 듯 보이지 않아 yeah. 안타까운 맘들 쳐다만 봤대 I see through you see through you I see through you see through you 요즘엔 되는 일 하나 없네 내일 또 일하러 가야 돼 bartender 한 잔 독하게 줘봐 여기 크레딧 카드 줄게 친구들에게 한 잔씩 쫙 돌려줘봐 hey, hey. 한도 초과 그냥 춤 좀 땡기다가 엉뚱한 여자 앵기잖아 이제 적당히 길 좀 부리다가 갈래 밤새는 건 좀 무리잖아 친구는 피해서 몰래 나갔다가 왔어 어디가 걸렸어 그때 널 봤어 빨간 스컬 빨간 립스틱 That's a point 넌 저기 서서 너들 보이는 멍청한 여자들 보는 달라 I see through you 넌 볼 듯 보이지 않아 yeah. 안타까운 맘들 쳐다만 봤대 I see through you yeah. see through you yeah. I see through you see through you 왼쪽으로 1번 다시 뒤로 4번 오른쪽으로 2번 가도 없네 다시 앞으로 3번 난 안 보여 머리는 땡땡 코아마는 마치 퇴근 시간에 뱅뱅 사거리 같아 완전 바그바그 그녀 근처에 와크와크 이상한 기분이야 몸이 가벼운 건 취한 건 아냐 어제 누구야 궁금할 뿐이야 너무 괜찮은 걸 놓치면 후회할 거야 What?
That was by Primary. See-through.
I see through you.
투명 인간. 어제 이 초능력에 대해서 좀 얘기했죠?
Yeah, if you have the invisibility
Power.
yes, people can see through you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we often say I can see right through him. Yeah. 그 사람의 거짓말들이 나를 못 속여.
그죠.
Yeah, I see right through you. Your lies.
다 보여 그냥.
Yeah.
네, 감정 같은 거 못 속이고 그죠.
그죠.
네, well, it's also part of the hint. It's also a hint to the quiz question that we gave out. What is this technology that was invented in 1901 and is a kind of an invisible light that allows us to kind of see which bones are broken and whatnot?
그죠. 이 선을 이용해서 이 물질을 잘 통과하게 되는 성질을 이용해서 몸속에 있는 뼈를 촬영할 때 사용하게 되는 이 힌트 줄게요. Ray입니다.
네, 무슨 레이였는데요? 엑스레이가 정답이죠.
Yeah, it wasn't the car.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Yeah, it was X-ray number 1.
The car?
Don't
think about it? Okay.
너무 깊게 생각하지 말고요.
네, 제리님 텍스트에겐 엑스레이의 발견이 그 당시에 얼마나 큰 충격파를 몰고 왔을지 상상 이상이겠죠. 눈에 보이는 것이 전부가 아니다.
Exactly. Our eyes we only see the surface. We don't see all of the molecules and atoms and everything else that's good.
Yeah, I have another question for you, Nick. Do you know why it was called the X-ray?
I don't know, because X sounds cool.
It does sound cool.
Yeah.
Better than calling it a Z-ray.
So they call it the X-Men.
Or the Y-ray.
Yeah.
Y-ray.
Y-ray.
Y-ray. But the X-ray, it stands for the unknown. So just as X stands for an unknown quantity in mathematics, During World War One, when it was kind of invented before then, X-rays were invented because they weren't really. It's to find the unknown, like the things that are hidden underneath our skin and blood cells and things like that.
그래서 그 TV 시리즈도 X-Files이라고 하나 봐요.
Unknown이라서.
Unknown files. Ooh.
Secret files.
Scary stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
We had loads of messages coming in, which is great to see. Great to see. Lots of people saying X-ray.
네, we have 미옥 스텔라 이님 saying 정답은 X-ray. Actually, she also said I'm not feeling too good. Oh, so I'm heading to get an X-ray and blood test tomorrow.
Oh no.
It's making me worried and anxious. Oh no, hopefully it's nothing too big.
Yeah.
I mean, please get the X-ray and the blood test, but we wish you best of luck. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
99 times out of 100 is better than we think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let us know. Please let us know. And, we wish you the best of luck as well tomorrow. Thanks for letting us know. We've got more messages coming in saying X-ray too, which is good. 3791번님 saying number 1. Very good. 4326번님 saying 1번 X-ray. 계곡에서 물놀이하고 집에 돌아갑니다. 시원하고 너무 좋았어요. That sounds like the perfect cure for a hot summer's day.
네, 이렇게 더운 날에는 밖에 나가서 물놀이하는 거 진짜 최고인 것 같아요.
I've never really hung out in a 계곡. I mean, I've eaten food there, but I've never really, just dipped my feet in the valley water.
Valley water 엄청 차가워요, 물이.
But 시원하겠죠. It feels really fresh.
네. 시원하고 차가웠고
산 꼭대기에서 내려왔으니까
추울
뭔가
것
좀
같아요.
되게 pure할 것 같아요.
네, 대신에 이제 공기는 뜨거우니까 괜찮겠죠?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there you go. Balances out. We have 구영숙님 saying number 1 X-ray. Very good. 인수님 saying X-ray 4pm duo 화이팅 하트병 감사합니다. Let's have a look here. 미리님 as well saying thank you for the present the other day. You're welcome. You're very welcome.
And you could win again, who knows?
You for sure could. There might be a flash mob saying, why are people winning again? Keep trying anyway.
네, 재봉리님 with the right answer as well. And Jabronim texting in, 계곡물이 바닷물보다 상쾌하고 시원해요. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think 계곡물 진짜 차가워요.
Yeah.
왜냐하면 햇빛을 잘 안 받잖아요.
Yeah.
It's usually like in the forest.
It's like it comes from a pure place, whereas 바닷물은 it's got loads of like 찌꺼기 in it.
What?
마시면 안 되는 물이잖아요.
Yeah.
계곡은 마셔도 뭐 크게 상관없지 않을까요? I wouldn't. But I wouldn't be like, oh no, I drank it.
Okay. Yeah. Either way, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. Yeah. Still, if I was a kid, I would. Yeah.
보이는 게 다가 아닙니다. X-ray도 찍어봐야죠, 물도.
All right, we're gonna give a hamburger set to 9126번님. Congratulations. 9126번님께 드리겠습니다. Congratulations, and thank you everyone for participating as well. It was the revolutionary X-ray, of course.
That's right. We'll take a quick song break, and we'll be right back with Jimmy coming into the studio. This is Cheap Thrills by Sia.
Up with it, girl. Rock with it, girl. Show them it, girl. With a bang bang. Bounce with it, girl. Dance with it, girl. Get with it, girl. With a bang bang.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Friday night and I won't be long. Gotta do my hair, put my makeup on. It's Friday night and I won't be long till I hit the dance floor. Hit the dance floor. I got all I need. No, I ain't got cash, but I got you, baby.
Just you
Baby,
and me.
I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. I don't need no money.
You ain't more than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I can feel the beat.
Make the beat just take control.
I don't need no money.
You ain't more than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I give dance.
Free up yourself, get out of control.
Come on, turn the radio on. It's Saturday and I won't be long. Gotta paint my nails, put my high heels on. It's Saturday and I won't be long till I hit the dance
With a
floor.
bang.
Hit the dance
With a
floor.
bang.
I got all I need.
See?
No, I ain't got cash, but I got you, baby.
Just you and
Baby,
me.
I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. I don't need no
You
money.
ain't more than diamond, more than gold.
As
control.
I don't need no one.
You want more than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I give them.
Free up yourself, get out of control. Me and you, girl, you and me. Tap it to the floor and make me see your energy because me not play no hide and seek. Obviously the thing you ever make me feel way, girl. Free. Cause anytime you whine and catch it, the selector pull it up and put it for repeat, girl. Me not touch a dollar in my pocket, cause nothing in this world ain't more than what you worth.
I don't need no one.
You worth more than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I can feel the beat.
Make the beat just take control.
I don't need no one.
You worth more than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I keep dancing.
Free up yourself, get out of control.
Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. I don't need no one.
You worth more than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I can feel the beat.
Make the beat just take control.
I don't need no one.
You worth more than diamond, more than gold.
As long as I give them.
Free up yourself, get out of control.
Oh there, odega노.
Oh, we know who joined the show. The one and only Jimmy.
Woohoo! Jimmy in the building, guys.
Welcome, mate. How you doing?
I'm doing good as always. And did you guys happen to witness this congratulatory flight of the night race in Busan Amazing 70 event, which was held in Gwangalli area to commemorate the 70th anniversary of Korean War armistice?
I didn't see the flight.
Oh, I heard it.
You heard the sound, right?
Yeah.
It was really loud.
It was in the afternoon, right?
Yeah, it was in the afternoon.
I heard like 2 or 3 roaring sounds in where I live, and people were like looking up into the skies, and I was kind of worried, actually, kind of scared at the same time.
Yeah,
I didn't know they had the special flight thing.
I thought maybe, it must be like a practice army drill.
그죠.
Maybe it was for the, commemoration.
Yeah.
Exactly. 엄청 웅장한 소리였거든요.
맞아요. It was cool. So I would just like to shout out to special thanks to those, Black Eagles aerobatic team for the magnificent congratulatory flight.
Brilliant.
Nice.
Awesome stuff. And I guess this would be something we can see like every year as well.
Right. I'm looking forward to it.
So you are here to introduce us to some places around Busan that we can get to via all sorts of public transportation.
Sure. I mean, today it's the 1st of August. I mean, I'm really a positive person, but then, especially on the very first day of the month, I'm like more positive. So I would just like to spread out this, energy to you guys.
Awesome.
And August is especially known as the month to visit Namgu area. So you guys can assume that I'm gonna introduce this place around the Namgu area. And this village I'm going to introduce today is Somak Village in Uamdong. Have you guys ever heard of this place?
Somak Village.
Now, I just before the mics came on, I got excited when I saw the script. 이 대본 보고 진짜 신났거든요. 너무 Because I've been here before.
닉은 안 가본 곳이 없습니다.
그러니까요. 어디 안 가보셨어요?
전 여기서 다큐멘터리 한번 찍었거든요.
아 진짜요?
Yeah, I was going around the old places of Busan.
Right.
다큐멘터리 찾아서 봐야 되겠네요.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in 2018, but please tell us, Jimmy.
Yeah, so I would just like to, give you guys a brief explanation about this 소망마을 because it's still, Nick has been there already, but then it's still not well-known places for those tourists and even locals too. So this Somak village in Uamdong, which has been designated as a National Registered cultural heritage site and holds 100-year history. So during the Japanese colonial period, this place was actually operated by Japan for 소막사, cattle plundering.
Right.
And later it became a village where refugees actually resided. And as soon as you arrive at the entrance of the village, I'm sure maybe Nick already knows, you can see this charismatic ox sculpture. 그 소 동상 보셨어요? 앞에 이렇게 있는 거?
I can't remember. I guess there was one.
Yeah.
I mostly remember the houses.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess you'll get into like the houses in the
Does it
course.
kind of resemble the bull that you see in the States as well?
If you go to somewhere in Busan, there's like a 황소 statue.
맞아요.
Yeah.
황소 이제 스태츄 스컬프처인데
네.
약간 그 당시에는 소들이 많았었는데 그거를 일본으로 다 가져갔었어가지고 네, 그래서 그거를 또 약간 그 상징하는 소 동상이 있습니다.
Oh, cool.
제니님 saying 소막, not 소맥 가보고 싶네요.
네.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us more.
Yeah, so this village is a place where the old and new actually coexist harmoniously. I'm sure Nick knows what I'm talking about. And this village is adorned with this traditional Korean typical, not like exactly Hanok style, but then you can actually commonly see like the Korean styled houses there and creating the picturesque scene that actually transports visitors back in time.
Okay.
Yeah, so like from my experience, I mean, I know there are many other places that you can actually feel that old and new vibes, but here, I guess maybe because of this, history back into it, I kind of like, it was more interesting and unique for me to walk around these narrow alleys and stuff.
Yeah, it was. The alleys are so tiny and there are people still living in there as well. Right next to where they stored the cattle and the people lived in the same place.
Right.
Oh, wow. So it must have been very cramped inside.
Extremely. Families, huge families and tiny like where cows' quarters were.
So how big were the sizes of the rooms then?
You're probably, I don't know, like a couple of meters by a couple of meters.
한 3평에서 5평 정도의 정말 작은 공간입니다.
다락실 부분도 있었는데요.
맞아요. 맞아요.
You had to go up by steps, but even that was tiny.
Right.
man.
So those small, tiny houses are like all lined up side by side. So yeah, those narrow alleys. And moreover, these villages located in Busan are known for their abandoned murals too. So I mean, pretty much you can see many mural paintings. I mean, ever since I started this segment, I kind of like seem to figure out that there are like so many murals here in Busan, like wherever you go.
Yeah, pretty
so
much.
yeah,
It's really
that's
cool.
one thing that I figured.
So, it's a very small area, this Homangma. Like, it's very condensed, but there is a lot to see and a lot to enjoy and learn about. So, can you tell us some of the must-see attractions or activities that people can enjoy there?
Right. The one thing that I really would love to introduce about this place, I hope you guys can make a time and visit this 소막 Village Complex Community Center. 소막마을 복합 Community Center인데요. Even without a guide's explanation, everything inside of there is like well equipped and well explained so that you don't really need to have like those, personal guided tour and everything. So it was once designated as a National Registered Cultural Heritage in 2018. And in June of last year, the old houses of Somak Village were actually restored and transformed into this complex community center. So you probably haven't seen it yet, or maybe you have.
I went in 2019.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you went when it was fully completed.
No, they were under construction, some of
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
But
It
they,
was, yeah.
But they let me go into, because I had the tour guide there. He took me into it where it was still unconstructed and how it was from ages ago.
Right.
Well, Jimmy just said, without a guide's explanation, we can now check it out.
Yeah,
Right.
for real.
Right. So like those old houses of Somak Village was actually, restored and allowing people to experience its original form. So I'm really delighted to be able to share this recent news to you guys because it was recently all completed like last year.
Nice.
yeah.
So I'm trying to imagine this place, right? And I haven't been there yet. And Nick, you've been there as well. I can't really picture it. So when you visit this place, what can you see and what can you experience in this center?
Yeah, especially inside the center, you can actually experience the traces of history preserved from Somak's origins as the castle station to its role as a temporary shelter to refugees and complete with wells and other remnants too. And just like what Nick said, there is a darakbang too. So that you can actually walk up there and then see how it was like, because they kind of like reinstalled and reformed to kind of show and then keep that old style of this Somak village.
I want to go back now that it's all been completed.
Right? Yeah. And yeah, the well-preserved facilities actually provide these valuable insights into these architectural materials and structures, so that, you know, my recommendation to those of you out there who's really interested about these architects, and then if you're one of the students who's actually studying about this, you know, old style and architectural major, then I highly recommend you guys to go and check it out.
Yeah, and what's more amazing is that it was shared with the like, you know, because that area of Busan is very close to the shore, and then the Japanese would come over and take the cows, and there'd be lots of cows ready to be imported and exported and stuff.
Sure.
So it was just people and cows living together in such tiny spaces, and when you see it, it's like, 설마 어떻게 사람이랑 소 같이 살 수 있을까 여기? But they did.
Oh my. Tough, definitely tough and dark times, I guess, back then. But now that you've said everything has been well preserved, so I definitely would love to go and see and kind of study the area as well. That'll be really nice.
Yeah.
Right.
So, if you want to go, when is it open?
Oh, the operating hours are from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and it is actually open Tuesday till Sunday, and the center is actually closed every Monday. So make sure you don't actually go there on Mondays.
Okay.
All right. So when we explore these villages, of course, we cannot forget about food.
Sure. I'm sure that so many of you out there, even today on my way to here, there are like so many million restaurants who are like full with this, you know, guests and overseas, you know, tourists as well. But after the Korean War, here is a very unique information. I'm sure some of you guys already know. I'm not gonna spill out the name of this restaurant, but after the Korean War, during the challenging economic circumstances, the ingredients for naengmyeon was extremely expensive. So like at that time, milmyeon, which was made by mixing relief items like wheat, flour, and sweet potato starch. And this milmyeon was first made and sell here in Somak Maul area.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice.
And this place is still popping. Yeah,
I didn't
the
know
restaurant.
that. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So this is the OG, the 원조 밀면.
맞아요.
This is where it all started.
Right.
The 밀면. All right.
Yeah, so many people probably wouldn't notice that. Like, it's really popular here in city. It's one of the representative food here in Busan. But then I'm sure that so many people doesn't know where it actually started from.
Because I know a lot of my friends in Korea, like all over Korea, when we talk about naengmyeon and stuff, and people say, "Oh, 부산은 밀면이지." We all know that, but when it comes to, I guess, the specificity, this particular area is the OG.
Then the next time your friend says, 부산은 밀면이지. You go, 부산 어디?
네, 어디? 알아? 넌 알아? 난 알아. 우암동.
Now you know. Yeah, interesting
cool.
fact. So how do we get to this place?
Sure. If you are taking the bus from Samyeon Station to Somak Village, you can actually board either bus number 68 or 168. And after traveling about 9 to 10 stops, you can get off at this 남부 중앙 새마을 금고. From there, it's about 200 meters walk to the Somak Maul. And the entire journey takes approximately about 20 minutes to 25 minutes. So that's not far at all.
Yeah, I remember it just being the whole journey being along the coast, along the harbour on the way, you go past the shipping port and where the boats go back and forth. It's kind of right there.
Yeah, it is. And if you're traveling by car, it's just 10 minutes ride. So, and then taxi fare, if you're willing to take a taxi, it will be within 10,000won.
Okay.
10,000 won. The reason why I don't recommend you guys to take the subway is that you can actually do, but then once you get off at Munyeon Station, you kind of have to walk for about like half an hour. So that's quite a bit far.
Yeah, because
Follow the
subway,
river.
Yeah, subway. The metro stations are usually far away from the coastline, right?
Yeah.
So you do have to walk a distance. But I guess bus would be
Right.
Bus makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
For real, yeah. So this is great. Can you teach us some expressions in English related to this?
Yes. 오늘은 좀 제가 준비해 본 게 아마도 많이 알고 계실 건데요. 또 모르고 계시는 분들도 있을 거니까 여기 약간 조금 숨겨진 명소이자 요즘 떠오르고 있는 tourist attraction이어서 저 오늘은 히든 잼을 준비했습니다. 좀 널리 알려지지는 않았지만 뛰어난 아름다움과 또 가치를 지닌 장소나 어떤 사물을 가리킬 때 쓰는 뜻이잖아요. So refers to a place or thing that is not widely known but is exceptionally beautiful or valuable.
Yeah, usually if there's like 이 맛집이 있는데 근데 그렇게 유명하지 않고 나만 알고 있는 그런 맛집이 있으면 hidden gem이라고 할 수 있죠.
맞아요. 그래서 제가 알려드리기 싫었지만 여러분들한테 알려드렸으니까
It's no longer hidden. It's just a gem.
Hidden gem.
네, 그래서 소막마을을 가지고 좀 그냥 example sentence를 만들어봤는데요. 소막 Village is a true hidden gem in Busan with its rich history and unique charm that many tourists are yet to discover. 네.
여기서 잼은요 그 발라먹는 잼이 아니고요. GEM 잼입니다. 보석이죠. 보석.
보석.
네.
Shiny.
맞습니다.
Yeah.
그리고 또 하나는 이 소막마을도 그렇고 부산에 사실 많은 공간들이 있는데요. Architectural Heritage라고 해가지고 이제 역사적, 문화적, 미적 가치를 지닌 건물이나 구조물을 이제 뜻해서 그런 중요성을 인정받아서 보존되는 곳이라는 거를 한번 또 여러분들한테 같이 쉐어하고 알려드리고 싶어서 준비해봤어요.
Brilliant. Yeah, really great. There's always there's so much deep history here in Busan, and I think this is one that we have to check out. 소막마을, and you can eat the original 밀면 as well, which will be a really great experience.
Right.
Yes, thank you, Jimmy, for giving us another hidden gem to check out. 제니님 also saying 오늘도 알게 된 새로운 사실 써먹어야지.
Thank you.
Definitely gonna have to check out this place in the very near future myself as well. 소막마을.
All right, Jimmy, we'll catch you next week.
All right, see you guys next week.
See ya.
We're going to take a song break. Irreplaceable by Beyonce.
To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in the box to the left. In the closet, that's my stuff. Yes, if I bought it, nigga, please don't touch. And keep talking and mess, that's fine. But could you walk and talk at the same time? And it's my name that's on that tag. So remove your bags, let me call you a cab. Standing in the front yard, telling me how I'm such a fool. Talking about how I'll never ever find a man like you. You got me twisted. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I could have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute, baby. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can have another you by tomorrow. So don't you ever for a second get to thinking irreplaceable. So go ahead and get gone. Call up that chick and see if she's home. Oops, I bet you thought that I didn't know. What did you think I was putting you out for? Because you was untrue, rolling her around in the car that I bought you. Baby, drop them keys, hurry up before your taxi leaves. Standing in the front yard, telling me how I'm such a fool. Talking about I'll never ever find a man like you. Got me twisted. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I could have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute, baby. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I'll have another you by tomorrow. So don't you ever for a second get to thinking you're irreplaceable. So since I'm not your everything, how about I'll be nothing, nothing at all to you? Baby, I won't shed a tear for you. I won't lose a wink of sleep. 'Cause the truth of the matter is, replacing you is so easy. To the left, to the left. To the left, to the everything you own in the box to the left. To the left, to the left. Don't you ever for a second get to thinking you're irreplaceable. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute, baby. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can have another you by tomorrow. So don't you ever for a second get to thinking you must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute. You could pack all your bags and we finished. Cause you made your bed, now lay in it. I could have another you by tomorrow. Don't you ever for a second get to thinking you're irreplaceable.
아직 한 발 남았다.
The last English dose.
It ain't over till it's over. Now, before wrapping up the show, we would like to let you know one more useful English expression.
There are lots of situations in the world, and we'll pick the most interesting situations and take the time to share one expression through short conversations of that particular situation.
What kind of situation should we move on to today?
엄마, 저 오늘 조시네 집에 놀러 가기로 했는데 괜찮죠? 거기서 자고 와도 되겠죠?
뭐라고? 친구 집에 가서 잠을 자고 온다고? 이게 공부를 안 하고 지금 놀 생각만 하나? 절대로 안 된다 야! 오늘은 평일이고 네 학교도 간다 아이가? 아니 우리 집 규칙 모르나?
우리 다른 친구들은 다 된다고 했는데 나만 안 되는 거예요? 그럼 저녁은 먹고 와도 되는 거죠?
친구 부모님이 괜찮다고 한 게지. 그러면 먹고 와도 되다. 근데 그 메뉴는 뭐 해준다는데 나도 가서 좀 묻고 싶네.
엄마 무서워.
절대로 안 돼.
You want to come sleep over with me?
밥만 먹으러 갈게.
That would be really scary. Hopefully no one's parents are like that as well.
절대로 안 돼라는 말 막상 영어로 이야기하려니 뭐라고 써야 할지 알쏭달쏭한데요.
오늘은 절대로 안 돼. 라는 이 표현을 영어로 어떻게 이야기하는지 알아보겠습니다. 네, 영어로는 이 상황이 어떻게 표현될지 한번 들어보시죠.
Mom, I'm going over to Josh's house. Can I spend the night there?
That's a hard no. It's a school night. You know the rules.
Fine. But can I stay for dinner?
That's fine as long as his parents are okay with it.
Let's listen to it one more time. Mom, I'm going over to Josh's house. Can I spend the night there?
That's a hard no. It's a school night. You know the rules.
Fine. But can I stay for dinner?
That's fine as long as his parents are okay with it.
Thank you, Daniel and Stephanie, for lending us your voices for the last English dose. That's a hard no. 절대 안 돼라는 뜻이죠. Let's go over these sentences one by one. Starts off with the child asking his mother for permission. Right? Mom, I'm going over to Josh's house. I'm going over to Josh's house. 엄마, 저 조시네 집에 놀러 가요. Going over to Josh's house 아니면 그냥 going to Josh's house이라고 해도 됩니다. over가 있어도 되고 뭐 없어도 상관없습니다. I'm going over to Josh's house. Can I spend the night there? Can I spend the night there? Spend the night은 이 sleeping there 이란 뜻이죠. 이 거기서 자고 와도 돼요? Can I spend the night there?
외박해도 돼요 이 뜻이잖아요. 거기서 that's a hard no. 절대 안 돼라고 했죠. 오늘의 last English dose 표현입니다. That's a hard no. 절대 안 돼. It's a school night. 지금 평일이잖아. 평일날 학교 가잖아. 학교 가는 밤인데 어떻게 자고 가냐. You know the rules. 규칙 알잖니. 이렇게 혼을 냈죠.
Yeah, you can say it in that voice as well to make it way more strict. You know, that's a hard no. 저는 개인적으로 아마 친구한테 말할 것 같은데 만약 제가 부모님이라면 내가 엄마 아니면 아빠라면
더 심각한 표현을 쓰겠죠.
Dream on. 꿈깨.
Dream on.
Yeah, dream on. We had Lee Kelly님 saying
a few expressions actually.
Over my dead body. That's a very common one. When pigs fly as well. Yeah. In what universe would I say yes? Oh yeah, you've had practice. 연습 많이 했죠.
이 표현을 많이 쓰셨나 보네요.
누구에게? Brilliant stuff. Yeah, that's a hard no. 절대 안 돼. 그러자 fine. 알겠어요. 좀 삐졌죠? Fine. But then can I stay for dinner? But can I stay for dinner? 그럼 저녁 먹고 와도 돼요?
거기가 더 맛있거든요. Is that why?
Yeah.
Perhaps. Yeah. And then the mom said, that's fine as long as his parents are okay with it. 친구 부모님이 괜찮으시다면 뭐 그렇게 해도 돼. That's fine. As long as 조건이 있죠. As long as his parents are okay with it. 그쪽 부모님이 괜찮다고 하면은 that's fine이라고 했습니다.
Yeah, as long as 뭐뭐 하는 한, right?
네,
yeah.
조건이 붙은 거죠.
네. And Lee Kelly님 says that 아니요, 그냥 어릴 때 많이 당해서.
아, 부모님이 많이 쓰셨군요.
When pigs fly over my dead body. What universe? Oh, come on.
네.
Hopefully you got a few yeses as well sometimes. Yeah, that was today's last English dose going over 절대 안 돼. That's a hard no.
That's right. Visit our website, bfm.or.kr, and you can listen to all the audio clips and check out all the scripts of today's last English dose segment. Now, we have something special coming up, don't we?
We do indeed.
네, 내일은 특별한 날입니다. 여름 특집인데요. 내일은 Summer Special 여름 특집을 진행합니다. 이 시원한 치킨 선물부터 더위를 날려버릴 특별한 코너까지 많이 있습니다. 기대 많이 해주세요.
That's right. Come join us for our summer special tomorrow. There's going to be a bit of a shift in segments. There's going to be some interesting things. Of course, loads of prizes. So come, listen, participate. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's going to be great, I think. We've got some messages coming in. 미옥 스텔리님 saying Nick and David are irreplaceable. 오늘도 즐거웠어요. 고맙습니다.
Oh, just like the song we listened to with Beyonce. Oh, thank you.
You know, I accidentally said irresistible too.
네.
Maybe we're no, we're not irresistible. No, just irreplaceable.
Are we though? Are we?
I doubt it. Jenny님 also saying, yeah, 내일 기대할게요. 네, 기대 많이 해주세요. We'll see you tomorrow because we've got to wrap things up here. In the meantime, have a wonderful evening. Until tomorrow, the 4 p.m. duo was produced by Joyaji and written by Hong Young-hwa. We've been your hosts for today, Nick.
And David at the 4 p.m. duo. Today's last song is, well, I want to say yes, but no by A-Pink. See you later, alligator.
Everybody have a wonderful evening.